Singer-songwriter Doyle Bramhall II may have 3 great solo albums under his belt, but he's also made quite a name for himself playing guitar with music legends like Eric Clapton, Roger Waters, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, as well as his own band, the Archangels. In part 1 of our interview, Doyle talked to host Dave Levita about his start in the business and his unusual upside-down left-handed playing.
When did you first start playing guitar?
When I was 6 years old, I started playing drums because my father played drums. My whole family sort of consisted of drummers, so I switched to bass at 11. And then we had a shortage of guitar players around the time I turned 13. And so I just decided to play guitar just for that reason. And then shortly after is when Stevie Ray Vaughan sort of came back around. And
Sorry to interrupt. Came back around from?
Well, my dad was playing with Stevie in bands, Stevie Vaughan and Jimmy Vaughan, probably late 60s, early 70s. And then Stevie sort of went off on his own for a while, but he started to come back around when I was 13, so I got a taste of that kind of guitar playing, which, you know, nobody else was doing at the time. So that's sort of why I started playing guitar, just being around, you know, musicians my whole life.
And it wasn't that long afterwards that you were playing with him, right?
Yeah, it was about a year later when
you were 14?
Yeah.
Wow.
I took the stage with Stevie the first time. I mean, I was a really old friend of his. My dad was a really old friend of his, and I think he liked to sort of egg me on. So when I was, you know, just turning 15, I just went to see a show and was backstage, and he was like, "You want to sit in tonight?" I said, just started playing. And he was like, no, get up, you're bad, you gotta get up. And so, you know, when he introduced me, I remember hearing one of the best guitar players I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And then I got up and I think, I broke like every string on the guitar, I couldn't even play. When I turned 17, I got a call from Jimmy Vaughan saying that he needed a second guitar player in the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Cool.
And that's how I started my touring career with them. We sort of jumped right into it. We did, when I turned 18, we flew to Hawaii, and I think we toured almost every night. I think we had a total of a week or 2 off in a year. They work so much.
So you were a seasoned veteran by the age of 19, you were like...
Pretty much. I was pretty cynical by that time. I'd seen it all.
You remember your first guitar?
My first guitar was a 63 Harmony Rocket that Lightning Hopkins had given to Mark Benno. My dad inherited it. It was the guitar that always was sort of the house guitar that everybody would come over and they would play. And I think on my 14th birthday, my dad gave it to me as a birthday present. But it was Lightning's guitar, so that was
some crazy
pretty
mojo
cool.
in your hands then.
Yeah.
You are left-handed, and yet you play a right-handed guitar strung upside down, is that correct?
No, I'm actually right-handed, but I play a guitar left-handed upside down.
Wow, okay. How did that happen?
You know, I actually didn't even think about it. When I picked up a guitar, that Harmony Rocket, I picked it up and I just started messing with it because it felt comfortable to hold it that way. Which I never understood, because if you bat right-handed, you bat this way. And you're using your right hands.
You bend the high strings, you're pulling down, right?
Yeah, I pull down on the strings. When I start talking about it that way, it sounds sort of Spinal Tap-ish.
Right.
Well, I pull down rather than pushing up.
Get more sustain that way.
Yeah. I get people coming up to me all the time, I mean, even guitar players, saying that I just have a sound that nobody else has. There aren't that many left-handed upside-down guitar players, and all the ones that I've ever known, they all have a really unique sound. So it must have something to do with it. Albert King, Otis Rush, Bobby Womack, they're all guitar players that just sounded a little off, you know. Recently I did get a guitar, and it was left-handed. I just kept it that way just to see what I could do, what I couldn't do on it. It started to come around pretty quickly for me. I could do a lot of rhythm stuff that I'd always wanted to be able to do, but it just never sounded right to me. It made me feel like I could play James Brown or Sly Stone for the first time, and it sounded right. And maybe that's because I was doing downstrokes, and most of the stuff is here doing the chords rather than being up here where I have to stretch.
Sure.
I mean, it's just really hard to do something like that. Whereas if I was doing, I mean, it just, I mean, it sounds like crap here, but
Right, I know what you
but it worked in my house.
Cool.